Hey everyone, Anthon-patapon here, and today we're going to continue with some more Crash Bandicoot War, part of Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy 4. That's only PlayStation 4. So, in the last part, we've taken care of the ancient warp room, taken care of as much as we can in here. I think we got everything except for the other gem and fusion. No, we got neither of the gems in fusion. Future Frenzy. I keep thinking of Fusion Frenzy. Like, that game is so good. You guys gotta get that for the original Xbox. Or the sequel on the 360. But, anyway, we're gonna start with the Future Warp Room. It's a little bit differently with it's a little bit different than the Ancient Warp Room, other than, you know, the different time periods and all that, but what makes this different, or what makes it similar, is that we have to do this level in order to take care of Gone Tomorrow. But before I do that, I will see you guys when we get into, when we actually get into Flaming Passion. So, technically, let's get wiped! Dun, 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 dun. No, but I really like the level themes in this game, especially this one though. I think I also said that this is the one that's like the contender for the best one, or was it the Egyptian bonus? I'm pretty sure it was the Egyptian bonus, but this one is one of the contenders when it comes to bonus rounds. Alright, skip all those flames. I'm gonna get hit. There we go. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did grind Aku like before even entering this level because I want to get through a lot of this stuff without having to worry about without worrying about dying. Because level here, in order to get the gem, you have to go through the death route, and we all know what the requirement is for that. So let's skip that. Don't miss this box. Do not miss this box. I'll say one more time in case you're new to the Crash series. Don't miss this box. Such a troll when it came to practice runs. Such a goddamn troll. Like, it's obviously an unintended troll, but still. Like, by then, why would it be a troll if it was... Ah! My point is, if you miss that box, you will have to go all the way back. Yeah, you can touch this checkpoint, by the way. I did mention in the last one you couldn't, but there's a lot of things with this death route that's different than the one we did before it. The ones we did before, and even this one. Like, you can touch the checkpoint here. You don't have to die in order to get here, because watch this. Well, obviously, if you die, you'll just go back to that checkpoint anyway, for one. And for two, this makes it a lot easier for us to get everything. I don't know why they didn't just do this with the other warp rooms. You know, with the death routes and all that, but, I'm not a game designer. There was probably some kind of creativity kind of thing that involved making, like, different requirements out of death routes, in and out. So, I ain't gonna judge. Now, another thing I had to mention is that there are no natural switches, meaning you have to blow up all the natural switches, not the natural switches, the natural crates in one go. Thankfully, however, all the natural crates in this level are in the bonus round, and there's not really that many either. So, they're hard to miss, basically. I will tell you this though, I will try to get as much Wumpa Fruit before getting rid of... Well, I was gonna say getting rid of... Wait, what's going on here? What the heck is going on here? Look at this. Anyway. Let me get that. Oh, I was about to start doing Super Body Slam on that, but as you can tell, these are not solid boxes, and that would be very bad. Okay, I can get these without... Let me just shoot these, because, like, I think in the original they cause a little blast, which will blow away the Wumpa fruit. But here in the trilogy, they cause pretty much just what you would expect out of a fruit, a blast of its insides. Obviously I'm talking about fruit here. Anyway, we're out of here. There's not much else I can talk about with this level. So, next. Here we go, the future. In my future, I mean like, what was that timeline in Back to the Future 2? Like, it was 2015, I can't remember now. Like, being in actual 2015, when that happened, like, as opposed to the 1985 and stuff like that happened, like, there was 1985, 1955, and there was 2015. When we, as you'd expect, when we actually did go to 2015, we were all celebrating the last day of practically Back to the Future because, you know, they didn't make another one. Well, you know, not counting 3, of course. I'm talking about after 3. They didn't make another one after 3, so pretty much all that was left was, well, that's it. Like, we've officially passed Back to the Future. We're now into this. We're sort of now into the future now that I think about it. It's just that it's not everything as in terms of foresight, but rather just everything happening now as opposed to, you know, what we thought was going to happen tomorrow. And but the thing is, even now, there's still a further future. Things we'll think about tomorrow and stuff like that. Who knows? Interesting discoveries can happen tomorrow. We've definitely proven that there's some things we can find out in a matter of just hours. Hours. That's crazy. It used to take years back in the back then, like before my time even. But now we've accelerated to the point where things can be done in like hours, minutes, seconds. You just think about it. You know, obviously some things will have to be done in days. Now, normally you're not supposed. Okay, back to the on track. You're not supposed to hit the TNT here until you get those boxes open. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna skip all that. Huh? The bonus round was just right here. What sucks though is that the death plane is still right above the what is it? It's still right above. It's still right above the freaking bonus round, and you know below the whole steel crates, which obviously we can't break into, but still. Actually, I want to get that. I think you can blow that one away. I think you can blow lives away. It's just that you don't blow up Wumpa fruit. But if you don't blow up lives, that's good. I just won't take that risk. Anyway, let's get right back up in here. Now, there's a checkpoint that I want to avoid for now. There it is. Alright, don't touch the checkpoint. Okay. I think there's another way you can flip them over. But this is pretty much the most practical one. Oh, well, okay then. Now, on to the gem route. I was about to say death route, like, you know, in the most excited way possible. But look at that angle, though. Let's talk about that. The way they transition the levels in between each other through the routes and stuff like that. It's like the coolest thing about Crash Warped. I mean, it's the coolest thing about Crash in general, but particularly Warped. It was like that in the original, and the way they made it smoother in the trilogy just makes it even better. Now you're probably wondering, remember those boxes I missed earlier? The stack of boxes? And with this one switch here, yep, you have to go all the way back here, which is why I saved that checkpoint earlier. The thing that makes me mad about taking this way is that the one hidden box on the very top isn't even an extra live box. Like, why? Anyway, And there's not really much I'm trying to say right now. It's just that I just need to get back to that checkpoint. Oh yeah, I forgot about these boxes. Oh, how can I shoot them? They're blocked. Oh, there we go. Oh, or you can just do it like this. Because there's a huge radius. Alright, that don't matter because there's a checkpoint right here. But yeah, there's a huge freaking radius with the blast and the fruit bazooka. Alright, look at this angle again. Like, look at all these angles. Okay, that wasn't as cool as it was when it comes to the gem route, but that was still pretty awesome. For some reason, if you touch that thing, like just touch it, you'll burn. But hey, we're out of here. Okay, so let's try this beautiful level. I say beautiful in terms of like visually, not just because I'm saying that in a sarcastic tone, as in it's kind of torturous to get all the boxes and the crystal at the same time because of how many times I miss it in the practice runs. No. I just mean visually. Like, look at that. The beautiful cacti. Just love this level. It brings so many good memories here. Like I promise, it's just a grand time, especially when we get to the time trials. It's the best. Okay, I'll stop. It's just, so many practice runs have died because of freaking the way this level. Like, I don't even want to try. I'm trying not to get frustrated even thinking about it. But the thing that frustrates me the most... What the heck was that? Anyway, the thing that frustrates me the most about this level is just trying to get all the boxes here. And you guys should know me by now. I want to get everything. I want to get everything. Everything on one time. Just to make this as short as possible. And it makes it a bit more enjoyable, if you ask me. Oh my god, I actually got it. I messed up on that part, but I actually got it, so... Alright, commit. Here we go. I got it. Yes. It took me 3 recorded attempts in order to get that one box. Thankfully, though, I don't think I have to worry about it when it comes to... What is it? When it comes to the time trial, so... We're free! Let's take to the skies.
Crash, Coco, remember, it is not only Dr. Cortex that we battle. Beware of Uka, my children. He is a far more dangerous enemy than anyone can imagine.
Here we go. Okay, you probably could have guessed we were coming to this if you played the original, and I made that like corny joke, but here's another beautiful level. Just very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, just look at how far that plane is in the background. It just fits so perfectly into the level scenario. Oh wait, we're supposed to shoot those? What the? Okay. But in all seriousness, I really don't like the time trial for this level. If I'm gonna be blunt with you guys here, because these I was about to say aerial planes, like that just sounds so redundant. Anyways, these planes are so spread out. More spread out than butter on freaking toast. No, forget that. Butter on pancake. I swear it's they're everywhere, but at the same time, if you hit them in a wrong route, when it comes to the time trial, it can feel like they're nowhere. And you can lose so much time just trying to catch up to them. Look at everything over there. Everything is over there on the other side. Just gotta shoot these things. Thankfully, these enemies only take like 1 hit to fall over, but still. Oh yeah, by the way, you can play as either Crash or Coco in this level, so have at it. In case you wanted to know about that. Because in the original, you can only play as Crash and stuff like that. Alright. There we go. So where's that last airplane? Yeah, you can even see the ones that crashed. Well, I'm not sure if you can see when you crash when you lose all your health, but I sure as heck ain't gonna find out. Sorry guys. Okay, here we go. Notice a little something different here? It's an Egyptian level, but we're not in the tomb. And it's nighttime. Beautiful. Oh, like, I'm sorry, but like, give me some time to take in like this beauty. Because this is the only level in the game where it's nighttime and you're outside of the tomb. Like, good lord, it's actually freaking beautiful. I've never taken the time to just look around and see these beautiful scenarios, and especially in the trilogy. Like, it's so goddamn beautiful here. Yeah, if you didn't know by now, the mechanic in this level is the whole bug thing. There's two sound effects when it comes to collecting these fireflies. One is when you collect them, they sound like something you hear in almost every game back in the PlayStation 1 games. I was supposed to say PlayStation. PlayStation Portable. Anyway, okay. And the other sound effect is, you'll hear it. That sound effect right there. When that happens... Wait, why the heck is it dark out here? Like, we're not in the tomb anymore. Plus, what is it? Like, there's still the light and everything. That's probably the one thing I have a problem with when it comes to this level. Like, how inconsistent it is with the light. You didn't need the light in the very beginning of the level, and it's the same scenario as it was as the beginning, but now you need it for some reason. But whatever. We're not here to nitpick on games. Okay, so even though, by the way, yes, it can get dark in the freaking bonus round too. However, I'm gonna try jumping over. Let's see. Alright, there should be some steel crates. By the way, you can see the nitro's just fine because of how they illuminate in the light. Alright, that's the switch. That's the nitro. And now let's get the firefly. Let's do it the way the game intends it to. Alright. You'll still be able to get all the Wumpa food just by shooting everything. You have to be fast with it because if you're too slow, that firefly will leave you in the dark. Literally. There is a natural switch in the end of the level, so you don't have to worry about getting those. I probably should have skipped the other ones too, but it would have made it a little bit slower, so just to get it out of the way, you know. But man, this whole level, like, other than that small nitpick I had, this whole level is so freaking beautiful though, and the firefly just makes it all illuminate. It's just weird that this is the only level in the game where you can go through all this without it just being the tomb. I just wish we didn't have to get the It makes sense going in the tomb with the light because, you know, when you go in there, there's not necessarily any form of real source of light, and the torches don't really light enough in those hold on, I'll talk more later. And like those small little chambers where you have to go and like light up the torches, but the torches aren't enough to light the really dense and dark tombs. So most of the time you have to be careful in order to get enough, not only get enough light but to know where you're going, because those things still have like those traps to this day. I mean, I don't know personally because, you know, I'm no Nathan Drake out here, but still. Anyway, that being said, let's fight Cortex. It's been a long one, and you had this one coming. So, let's go.
I'm sorry. This is the part where I'm supposed to be angry, full of rage, incensed beyond belief. Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best henchman. I should be rather upset, shouldn't I?
And in fact, we're furious. But it seems you have overlooked one small detail, you little orange delivery boy. Now that you have gathered all the crystals, all we have to do is take them from you. Crash Bandicoot, for the last time, give the crystals to me.
Alright, here we go. Final boss, and it's kind of anticlimactic as you'd expect from a Crash game at this point. I don't know, like final bosses, except for Twinsanity, just don't really have that huge kick factor into it. Except maybe the first game too. I mean, obviously they make sense, like they obviously make sense. Woo! I see you with them arm. I see you with the. Oh my god! If I missed that and Aku ended up hitting me, I would have felt so betrayed. Anyway, it's really just warped and Wrath of Cortex with a final boss. Like the difficulty factor is just anticlimactic. Like you guys have seen how much how fast I went through Wrath of Cortex's final boss. I could do the same here. I think the only thing here is that Cortex actually does something here, as opposed to just sit around, which makes this one already more difficult than one in Wrath of Cortex, but only by a little bit, because he still does the same pattern throughout the entire thing. It's really just Aku and Uka who does something different. And the last phase here is the least difficult of the three. Because at least with the first one and the second one, you can possibly lose track on where Aku and Uka is, but in the third phase, they'll always shift towards you, so you don't even have to worry about missing it. And that's all the while you're trying to watch out for Cortex, so it's pretty easy to avoid. Like just fixate them in a position where they can't hit you. It's so freaking easy. Except this part right here. There we go. And we're already done. That's it. That's it. That's your final boss of Crash Bandicoot Warped, by the way.
Defeated again. This is not fair. Maybe I should retire to a nice big beach with a nice big drink and a woman with nice big bags of ice for my head.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
Not gonna lie, as a kid, I've missed that joke several times. And I mean several times. But, well, you know what we're not missing? This portion of Crash Bandicoot Warped. This is the toughest part. This is probably, in my opinion, the toughest part of the game. Especially for what we're going for. So, in the next part of Crash Bandicoot Warped, we are finally going to get started on some backtracking. This means going for relics, going for missing gems and relics, and going for the route that I promised I'd show you after defeating Cortex. So, I'll see you guys then.